everyone, this is Michelle. I'm working on the Bucilla 2007 Snowflake Snowman. And I got a question yesterday from Jessie on Instagram, and she asked if I could do a short video and show how I did the straight stitches at the top. So I told her when I did the toe, I will make a video. So here's my top. The kit calls for 3 strands of light blue 3225. So I'm going to show you here how to figure out what color. So you see the symbol here for these lines that I've already done. So the symbol here, it's like just a gray wide line, and when you go over here on the color symbol guide, you find that line. You see it's right here, and this is a straight stitch, and you need 3 strands of light blue. And then if you go back up to the top, you'll see light blue is number 3325. So, and then your straight stitch, the symbol for that is right here. So that's how you know what color to use and what stitch to use at the top. So I've got the toe here. It's piece number 32. And I'm kind of skipping ahead a little bit. I'm still working on the snowman, but I thought I would do a quick video and show how I did this for Jessie, because I don't know if she's working on the same one or not, but I didn't want to make her wait too long. So what I'm going to do is, for this, I'm going to cut the piece out just inside the ink line, because I don't want my ink lines to show. If I'm doing a face or something small and there's room on the edge, I'll leave the extras on it so there's something to hold on to. But something like this, when I have to go all the way to the edge, I'm gonna cut the piece out. So here I've cut it out. And then in your kit, you will get a 36-inch piece of the 3325. And it comes in 6, you get 6 strands to each piece. So here's 6. So at 36 inches long, it's pretty long, and if you use this piece, it might get tangled. So what I do is I cut that 36-inch piece in half. So then I have an 18-inch strand, and I take the 6 and I separate them out. So I have 3. And then I'll work with these 3 strands at 18 inches. So in your kit, you get 2 needles. I'm using the number 10 beading needle. I put 3 strands through the eye, knotted one end, left one end up here, and I'm going to start working on the toe. So these are straight stitches. So you pretty much start anywhere you want. I'll start right here. So the knot is going to be on the back. And when I'm doing this, you can kind of see where the line ends. So I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to come back up just on the other side where the next line begins. And when you're doing these, you don't want to pull too tight. Pull it just so it lays on top there. And then I'm going to go to my next one. Go in at the end of the line, and then come back up on the other side where the next line begins. And just pull just to where it lays right there. So when I get to the edge, this is pretty close to the edge, but I think I can make it. So I'm gonna go down. I'll show you one at the edge, so I'm gonna skip around here. So this piece, this little piece here, it's right on the edge. So when there's pieces right on the edge, what I do is I go in on an angle, because I don't want to go straight down, because that's gonna pull apart this edge piece here. So I'm gonna put it in an angle. So I'm gonna go to the outside of the line and like put it back through like towards the center. See if you can see that. So I'm not going all the way through to the back of the felt. I'm just gonna kind of stick it in there and see where it comes out. That will hold it in that spot. And then just pull it just tight enough. Here's another one. And like I said, I'm going to skip around. The back of this can be messy. It doesn't matter. It's going to be covered up anyway. I'm going to line this stocking, so it doesn't really matter. What matters is your stitches look good. And this way they do. The back has to be messy sometimes. So here it is again, the little piece. You can see where it goes right to the edge. And I'm gonna go in on an angle. And it's gonna come back up way off, but that's okay because we just want this to look nice. So pull it just where it's there. And then I'll usually go, like, if I'm gonna be neat, I'll just go right here. And then skip over to the next line and pull. I'll go down this one. But like I said, either way you do this. If you want to be neat and you want your back to look perfect, then by all means, you know, do it this way. And it's like a, kind of like a, I guess a slip stitch. You're going from one end to the next. And that makes you have a really neat back. But either way you do it, you can't go wrong. I mean, it's your piece. You can do it however you like. So this is how I did the top, and see, it looks, you know, you with 3 strands you do cover the ink lines. If you're working on something and it says 2 strands and you don't think it's going to cover the ink lines, add another 2 or another 3 in there. You know, do 3 strands, do 4 if you have to. I mean, nobody's going to tell you you're wrong. It's going to look great. So no need to worry about that. So there's that. And then the next thing, at the end of all the blue lines, white sequins are gonna go there. So on my another small-eyed needle, I have, I'm using 2 strands to put these sequins on just because I want them to hold. So you do your white sequins. Now, even if these lines would have went straight across, I still would have stopped right where the sequin line is. And when you put a sequin over that, it'll cover up where you stopped. I wouldn't ever start here and do a line all the way across and then try to anchor it. It would just be a mess. So here's my first white sequin that I'm gonna put in here. And then for the sequins, you can do the same thing. Just kind of skim across, find your next hole, and pull that through. You can do it this way. I think that kind of anchors them a little bit better when you just skim across, because you're just catching a little bit of the fiber. The felt, it really does hold things in place this way, I think. It'll hold your sequin. Or, you know, if you want to go all the way through and do each one and go down through and come back up, you can do it that way too. Either way. But this is how I'll finish doing the toe. And this is how I do it. And this is how I get the top to have all the lines covered. There you go, Jessie. I hope this helps.